Okay. So in the first part of the agenda, we're going to be reviewing vowel sounds. Okay. Some aspects that you might be familiar with so far, and aspects that are part of an exercise. Let's consider vowel sounds. When we talk about vowel sounds, how many vowel sounds are there in English that we should pay attention to? Let's talk about numbers first. How many vowel sounds?
I think 20.
Okay, 20, right? And are all of them exactly the same in terms of the quality, in terms of the length, in terms of, yes?
No, I think they are very different because sometimes a few of them are short and then others are longer. So I think they are pretty different between each other.
Okay. If we have to separate them according to a category, according to a group, how would we separate these 20 vowel sounds? Just as a reminder, we can say that all of them are phonemes. Okay, just as a reminder, phonemes. When we say the word phoneme, we're saying a sound, which can be a vowel sound or a consonant sound. Now, let's go back to vowel sounds. How can we classify these 20 vowel sounds into more specific groups? What do you think?
Long, short, and this or not?
Length.
Yes, short, long.
The position of the tongue.
Okay, according to length, position of the tongue.
Height.
Height, right? Yes, height. Okay. These are some features that refer to the quality of vowel sound, right? Length, position of the tongue, height. Any other?
Rounding, up rounding.
Yes, rounding, which refers to the lips, right?
Yes. And if there are tense.
What was the other one?
If there are tense or relaxed or.
Perfect. Tense or lax. We can call it a tenseness, right? Tension. Also refers to the lips, right? So rounding and tenseness are sort of associated with the lips, right? And the height and the position refer to the tongue, right? Mainly. Do you agree with that? Is this the way we spell tongue? You let me know, right? And length, well, refers to the duration, basically, right? As one of the classmates said, if it's a short sound or a long sound. Okay. So these are the criteria we use to describe the quality of vowel sounds, right? We can use these elements to refer and classify vowel sounds. And these 20 sounds can be subdivided, right? Can be subdivided into sounds that are well, if we refer to length, we can say some of them are short and some of them are long, right? How many long vowel sounds do you remember?
Should we mention how they sound or?
Yeah, that's good. The number and the way they sound, sure. let's focus on length. That's what we're talking about now, right? So which one of them are long? How many of them are long? Long vowel sounds.
The E
Yes.
and the E, R.
The ones that
The
have 2 dots.
Yes.
R.
I think they are 5 of them.
Okay, they are 5. O was the last one, and what's the one missing?
U.
Ooh, right. Ooh. Okay, so in reference to the length, we can say that there are 5 long, and the rest are short sounds, right? The rest are short sounds. We can also divide them according to the number of sounds, right? Some of them are just one sound, and others are a combination of 2 sounds, one sound gliding into the other one. Right? Do you remember that classification we used? What kind of words we used to describe individual, isolated vowel sounds and a sound unit composed by 2?
I think it's a diphthong.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Go on.
No, I was just going to say that the single vowel sounds are monophthongs, and the combination of 2 is called a diphthong. So yeah, that's pretty much what I was going to say.
All right. Perfect. So exactly, monophthongs and diphthongs. So all of them are vowel sounds, right? Some vowel sounds are more complex to produce by Spanish speakers. Which one do you think, according to your experience, right, are the most difficult vowel sounds to produce?
I think for me, the like the something like that, is kind of hard for me because we don't really have a sound like that in Spanish, I think. I mean, we don't use it like, I don't remember the name, but like, it's like when you say father, like the last syllable of father.
Okay. So we're talking about a schwa.
Yeah, at least personally, I think that's the one that I find the most difficult.
And you gave a powerful reason. Schwa does not exist in Spanish. Therefore, we need to teach ourselves, we need to train ourselves, we need to train our muscles to be able to produce it. And that's one of the things that we need to focus on, right? That's why we describe the vowel sounds. If we say the tongue is in a mid-central position, it's not going up, it's not going down, is right there, right, like resting in your mouth, right? You barely open the mouth, and as if you were just waking up in the morning, you say, uh, and that's it. So, father, father, father. So that's interesting, right? And it's what makes it difficult. The fact that Santiago mentioned that it doesn't exist in our mother tongue. Therefore, we need to train ourselves to learn it. Any other vowel sounds that are difficult for you?
Another one that I find kind of difficult is when you say girl. I also don't remember the name, but yeah, that's another difficult one for me.
Right, that's a really good one. Also doesn't exist in English. It's basically in the same position of the schwa, right? It's also mid-central position. It's longer, right? You find it in girl, girl. Going back to the schwa, we can find that many words that have this ending contain a schwa. By the way, okay, for example, I can think about one word now. Writer, writer, right? Leather, leather, right? You know, like a leather belt, a leather jacket, leather. All of these words, I'm talking about the second syllable, right? You can hear or you can pronounce a schwa, right? Now, going back to the second vowel sound mentioned by Santiago, girl is present. It's by some called crazy schwa, right? It's present in words like girl, even in the word, right? Word, or in the word, for example, fur.
Mr. Bruno?
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. I don't know if this is just an issue on my end, but I can see your screen. Maybe, I don't know if you're sharing it or not, but I can see it. I can't see it. I'm sorry.
No, thank you for that. I thought that I was sharing, but I wasn't, obviously. Okay, so can you see the screen now?
Yeah,
Yep.
I can see it
Excellent.
now. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for the heads up. So as I was mentioning in connection to the schwa, in words like father, writer, and leather, we see the same ending. I'm not saying that this suffix means exactly the same in all of them. I'm saying that this ER ending in these words contain a schwa. So you need to relax your mouth, open it a little bit, right? Put your tongue in mid position as as you know, first thing in the morning, So you say writer, father, leather, writer, father, leather. Okay? And the a second sound, a vowel sound, right, that Santiago mentioned, girl, word, and fur contain a different grapheme, a different letter. We have the letter I, the letter O, the letter U. So spelling does not help us to recognize that we need to use this vowel sound in these words, right? So that's the difficult part of this. What's any other vowel sound that you consider difficult? Besides the schwa, besides this crazy schwa, as some people call it.
Personally,
Maybe
Personally,
The short
yes.
A, the A. No, I don't know if I explain. Yes, that.
Okay, great. I personally call it a wedge because of the shape it has. Some people call it carrot, right? Which is also a central vowel sound, a little bit lower, right? A little bit lower than the schwa. Yes, it's short. Ah, right? Your tongue is not going down, it's not going up, right? It's almost central, mid-central, a little bit lower than the schwa. So if you say uh, 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 as in father, your tongue goes a little bit lower, uh, uh. So you find it in words like cut, right? Can you think about any other word including this vowel sound, the wedge or the carrot?
The other day I entered to the page that you sent us to the email,
Mm-hmm.
and I found the word sometimes. For example,
Okay.
I'm not sure it was with that full meaning.
lunch.
Yes, lunch. So sometimes, come again,
Cap,
please.
money.
Money, perfect. Alrighty. So I'm writing this. I'm trying to write these words here, trying to find out if there is a pattern between the spelling. For example, cut and up and lunch have this letter U, right? And sometimes money have a letter O. And sometimes we can use this to find out if there is a pattern, and we can always expect a word having a letter U to be pronounced cut or up. Unfortunately, that's not the case. As you already know, we have this one, which is put, right? Put with a short U. So this does not apply this rule. And but we have this one with double T, put, right? That applies. So in the second case, we have the wedge. So we need to be careful about the spelling. The spelling can help us, but sometimes it can be misleading. It can be very lying in this sense of we cannot fully find support in spelling. So we got the schwa, the crazy schwa, and the wedge. Any other vowel sound that you consider to be difficult for you?
The rounded O, the rounded A. I don't know how to say it.
It's not this one, is it?
Yes, yes, this.
Okay, the one that you find, for example, in pot. All right, let me give me a second. Let me put it right a little bit below here. Okay, there's an interesting phenomenon here. You can find this word in this sound in words like pot, right, or got. And the idea is that in RP, or received pronunciation, or dialects that are more, we could say, British, we find this O in words like pot and got. But if we find out a more general American accent, an accent that we can find in United States, for instance, this may turn into so pot or got could also be the pronunciation of these words. So my point is this O, short O as in pot, got, is quite British. It's quite is easier sorry, to be to find these this sound O as in pot in a British speaker than in an American speaker. I'm talking about in general terms, right? So whenever you read this word, the word pot, or you hear this word from a British speaker, you can hear the sound represented by this symbol, pot, got. But if the speaker is from any other country, any other English-speaking country, such as United States, probably you're not going to hear this O, but you're going to hear A as pot, got. Okay, so that's interesting about this specific vowel sound that sometimes is not present in every single English dialect. Okay, is there any other vowel sound? I don't know if this is so far clear. Is there any question about the schwa, about 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 o? Anything that was not clear?
I think everything is pretty clear so far.
So far, all right. Thank you so far for the feedback. Any other vowel that you consider to be difficult for Spanish speakers to master?
Maybe the trap.
Okay. The trap. Well, actually, you can include the sound in the word trap, right? That's a cool thing about this. Travel. Can't. Any other word that you remember? Travel, can't. Back. Any other word? Sad. So travel, can't, back, sad. All of them include this trap vowel sound that is sometimes it's very soft, like travel. In other dialects, it may be quite exaggerated. Travel, right? Travel. Back, right? Back. So the different pronunciations of the trap depend on the speaker, on the person, and depend on the dialect as well, right? In some dialects, there's a different way of articulation of a sound. So this is a reflection that I want you to consider, because what's difficult for you in terms of vowel sounds might be difficult for your students later in the future, right? So you need to pay attention to the vowel sounds that are more difficult for you as Spanish speakers, right? When we listen to vowel sounds, there is a possibility that you can guess the word, right? But what if you read? What if you read the word, but you're not actually listening to the word? That's my proposal now. I'm going to be sharing with you a Word document. Can you see the Word document right now?
Yep, we can.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. So what's the idea? Let's see, there are 3 columns. Okay, 3 columns. And I'm going to assign you a column. Okay, so Anais, you're going to be this by a column. I mean, for example, aid, this one, and that one, and that. These are the first column, right? This is the second column, and this is the third column. First, second, and third. Okay, so Anais, you will be working with the first column, column 1. Brian, column 2. Camila Duce, column 3. Camila Costa, 1. Cristina Mondaca, 2. Daniel Miño, 3. Fernanda Espinosa, 1. Fiorella Araya, 2. Fran Figueroa, 3. Giselle Avendaño, 1. Javier Díaz, 2. José Cornejo, 3. Juan Contreras, 1. Lucía Oces, 2. Matías Díaz, 3. René, 1. Santiago, 2. Sebastián Espinosa, 3. And Janina Aranda, 1. Okay? The idea, you are going to, in your notebooks, right, you are going to transcribe the vowel sound, only the vowel sound in each one of these words. The vowel sound can be a monophthong or a diphthong. Okay? How many words do you have in each column? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you will be working with 10 vowel sounds. Okay. How much time do you need? Do you need maybe 2 minutes? It's 2 minutes, all right?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay, so in the next 2 minutes, what you need to do is you need to transcribe only the vowel sound in each one of these words. Okay? For example, that one, and don't mind the consonant sound. Okay? That one, there. In the second column, this, right? That one. In column number 3, that one, that one, and that one. Okay? So good luck. You've got 2 minutes, up to 3. Is there any questions?
It could be a monophthong or a diphthong, right?
Exactly. It could be a monophthong or a diphthong. That's right, Janina. Well, the idea is that when you finish the exercise, you can give a thumbs up, just like Fernanda Espinosa did, so we can keep track of the ones who finished, and we can give some feedback later, right? All right, there are at least 8 students who have finished, right, giving their thumbs up in the message. Let's take a look at the options. I'm going to get rid of this. And I'm going to ask some of you to read aloud. First, of course, compare your transcription, right, your vowel sounds with the ones provided here. The first transcription here is supposed to be transcription with RP. Okay. Firela Araya, do you mind reading? Which column were you working with, Firela? The first, the second, or the third?
The second one.
The second one. Please, could you read aloud the words in the second column, please?
Done, life, plot. That one I failed. I put only a short E, fear.
Okay.
Head, soul, heat, bile, sec, high.
Perfect. Actually, you didn't fail it. You just wrote the transcription in American English or General American. So you didn't fail it. It was right, because speakers may say fear with the monophthong or fear with a diphthong. All right. So your transcription is also correct. Okay. Let's take a look at someone, a volunteer who worked with the first column that would like to volunteer.
Me?
Yes, Janina, go ahead, please.
I read them?
Mm-hmm. Yes, please.
Okay.
The first, right? First column.
Yeah. Air, slew, head, soul, week, base, yard, chord, step, week.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Very well done. Very, very well done. And I'm looking here to read aloud the third column.
I could read.
Camila, go ahead, please.
All right. Moon, base, high, love, rage, drop, pull, path, soul, fear.
Perfect. Perfect. Very well done. You see, we got this transcription from a more RP version. And let's see, the next, I'm going to disclose this one. And this is more an American version, a general American version. Okay. So I'm going to volunteer to read column 1, the first column. Is there any volunteer?
Maybe me. I
Fernanda?
can try it. Yeah.
Yes, go ahead, please.
Aid, slew, head, soul, weak, base, yard, court, step, weak.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Fernanda. Thank you very much. Very well done. Can I have volunteer for the second column? Is there anyone interested?
I can do it.
Go ahead. Thank you so much, Santiago.
All right. Dumb, life, plot, fear, head, door, hit, by, bile? Yeah, bile. Seek, high. Oh, I messed up in the last two words, I think.
Go ahead.
It should be sack and high.
Yes, very well done. Very well done. So we might see some differences between this more general American transcription and the previous one, right? In general, you can find the wedge here, dumb, in these words, right? Dumb. And also it can be found in general American, but also it might be the presence of a schwa also quite common. Dumb, 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 not dumb, but dumb, right? Another difference in the word plot, right? Plot, plot, and plot, plot in a more general American, right? In the word, just like the movie, right? The movie Soul. In RP, we have O, soul, soul, and in general American, soul, soul, right? So from O, we got to O in general American. RP, diphthong, fear, general American, fear, right? Monophthong. Some differences, right, that are present in RP. The word door without rhoticity in the end, without the final right? Door. Whereas in American English, we have this rhoticity present, door, door, right? There are more differences, but I wanted to point out these differences. And finally, we got the third column. Anyone interested in reading aloud? Third column. I'm looking for a volunteer for the third column.
Me.
I can.
I want to.
Okay.
Friend, thank you.
Yeah. Moon, base, high, love, rage, drop, pole, path, soul, fear.
All right, very well done. Very, very well done. Soul and fear. Soul, soul, soul. Fear, fear. Excellent. Very, very well done. So these are some of the differences. We were working with identifying the vowel sounds present in these words, right? And you had to transcribe the vowel sounds, right? But also we were focusing on the differences between RP or received pronunciation versus general American at the same time, okay? Because some of these differences have to do with the vowel sounds. For example, fear, right? As we mentioned before, fear, a diphthong, and fear, a monophthong. That happens many times, right? Also, the short lax o, as in drop, drop, may turn into a long ah, as in drop, drop, right? Drop, that's another difference, right? So if I ask you, can you name at least 3 or 4 differences between General American and RP? Maybe you could say that the short O becomes a long A, right? From I'm saying RP to General American. The diphthong ear becomes E as fear, right? And another difference is the final as you can see here in the word door, right? Door, and we get door. Not only in General American, but also in dialects in which the is pronounced. And we call those dialects rhotic dialects, because they in these rhotic dialects, the final is pronounced. Okay. It's time for us to have a break. Now, I have a question for you before we go on a break. And I want you to vote on this. Okay. The first option is we continue with vowel sounds next section. Yes, after the break. Okay. You think you need more exercises, more practice with vowel sounds. The second decision is we had enough of vowel sounds, and we want to move on to consonant sounds. So there are 2 options. Option 1, we keep working with vowel sounds. Option 2, we want to work with consonant sounds. So can you please give a thumbs up to option 1 or option 2? Well, majority vowel sounds. Okay, so at least 13 votes for vowel sounds. So that's what we're going to be doing next session, all right? I mean, after the break, okay? We're going to continue with vowel sounds. At least 14 people, 14 students voted for vowel sounds, right? And 1 for consonant sounds. Democracy tells us that we should abide with the majority. Okay, it's 11:42. Let's meet at 11:53 here, please, back from your break. Okay, enjoy the break. I'll see you in 10 minutes.